After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. Coming up at the top of the hour, After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude.
Hang in there, up and away, true believers.
After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude.
All right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. It is Kinneas here, Skydude, and I am in Russia. First time we've flown Russia, and yesterday, boy, there wasn't a whole lot of options. They don't really like us non-Russians too much, and they don't have a whole lot of jobs for us. They don't have a whole lot of audio tours for us in Bush Talk. I've got it, but I don't know that we're going to get any today. I might actually have to do a fast track and pay some credits and fly to another airport to look for some jobs, because yesterday just there weren't any. And then it seems the bad guys got us after all yesterday. I did a short little, like a sightseeing flight in a Cessna with a Russian couple, and it went all right. And then after that, tried doing an airliner flight, and the plane was just messed up. The altitude, I'm sorry, the airspeed indicator in the airliner wouldn't work. Couldn't tell what speed we were doing, no matter what I tried, using my superpowers to repair it, and nothing worked. And so we were, pretty much tumbling out of the sky. And at the very last minute, I used my superpowers to abort. I know it seems like cheating, but what point is being a level 132 Skydude if you can't use your superpowers to, abort every now and then? So All right. So yeah, today this is what we had yesterday too. That one's only a 4-hour. The only thing we had available to us yesterday was an 8-hour. Well, other than the one we were doing, which is like another 2-hour. But all we have today is the 737 Max job. That's 4 hours. We could try it again and skip the cruise. We don't have to do the full 4 hours. Or I fast track us and see if we can go to the nearest airport and see if there are any jobs. Maybe spend a little bit of money fast tracking around and try to open up the map a little bit. What do we have down here? They love their helipads in Russia. Everywhere I look, helipad, helipad. I felt fortunate to find that airport yesterday. Let's see what else is available out here. So nothing there. No missions. I can fast track to the helipad. We'll call in a favor. 740 credits. Let's fast travel. Pay it. Go ahead and pay it. No jobs. No love from Russia. It's supposed to be from Russia with love today. Really? Okay. What do we have next over here? Another helipad? Yeah, and they just love their helipads. Hakachi? 1,430 credits. We have a cargo job. 1 hour and 30 minutes in the Pilatus. Not real good with it. That has a real strange... what was the problem we had with it the other day? The pressurization doesn't work in the Pilatus. Not kidding. Okay, what about, let's go look north. What do we have out here? Helipad. Polovka. Calling in another favor. Pay it. Really? Nothing. No love from Russia. Okay, we'll try it again. Hate blowing through our money. Money is precious. Helipad. Vivrenka Village. Vivenka. 650 credits. Thank goodness they're close at least. Nothing. No jobs. Ah. No, we do have a job. 10 minutes? They don't want us lingering in Russia and spending too much time in their airspace gathering valuable information. I mean, flying around Russian airspace. Do we open the map? We open the map up to here. See if this is an airport. Any of these are airports. We have our helipad. We have, gosh, we have an airport. Tilachiki. Come on, Tilachiki. Big bucks, no whammies. Big bucks, no whammies. Come on. Niet. No jobs. What's up with that, Russia? Just those ones down there. Crazy. I have no idea what's in Russia, where things are at in Russia. I don't know if we're heading towards Kremlin territory or not. It'll be an expensive afternoon. I'm going to pay out more than I'm going to make. Ivensk. Cargo. 2 hours. Pilatus. Yet. Severo Ivensk. Cargo. Pilatus. No. Go back. Go back. If I can, I really want to avoid that aircraft. I don't know why. That problem we had the other day with it. Just couldn't get around the pressurization thing. Probably keep it low and just avoid it and work with air traffic control to stay under 18,000 feet so it doesn't cause that pressurization error. What the heck happened? Where are we? Wow. We've searched for Moscow. Choplin. Well, that's it. Well, that's obviously not the Moscow we want. Come on, America. Why do we have all these Moscow places? Wow. So Moscow is pretty darn far from... That can't be it. Nope. Can't be it. Is it really? That's a heck of a long way away from where we are. And we're way up here. Really? Freaking huge, man. Hey, Ben! One moment, please. Let me go into the chat room. Sorry, as you see, I'm having a from Russia with love, from Russia with no love problem today, trying to find something interesting more than 10 minutes. And our Russian counterparts aren't being all that helpful. How much empty space there is. No airports in all this space. How are they a superpower? How the heck can you be a superpower with so few airports? It makes no sense. To this guy, dude. Really? That's just too much open space to have with nothing going on. Let me zoom out and... Or maybe I'm not zooming in enough. I don't know. But I am not seeing anything. Are you? Looking for little white dots. Nothing. Dun, 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 dun. Now they're being really testy. I'm not seeing a thing. Whoa. This has got to be wrong. There must be something wrong. I swore just a minute ago there was a bunch down here. Let me go back to the headquarters and come in again. Somebody call somebody over there named Yuri and ask him what's going on. Somebody's got to know somebody named Yuri. Okay, now we got something over here. Probably a helipad. Tak Troyamsk. Yeah. I'm not even gonna try. 930 credits. Can't believe how much we're paying out. All this for Russia. Nothing. Son of a gun. Helipad, 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 helipad. That opened up a aerial advertising job. Eat at Yvorisk. The Draco? Oh my gosh. That's just way too much plane for me. Oh my gosh. It's not then now. It's not that we can't find a job. It's planes that will kill me. That's just entirely too much plane. It's ridiculous. Even the owner crashed the plane. I'm not kidding. You can look that up. The owner of the creator of that aircraft crashed it. 2 hours and 30 minutes, Boeing 737. Well, that's going to be it. Might do a little skipping on the cruise, but we'll see what we get. And it's taking us Khabarovsk. All right. It's something. Let's hope this plane works. Eat at your Bornix. Let's go ahead and try to make a connection to Bush Talk, the Bush Talk client. There might be some audio stuff for us to hear around here if there are any cool points of interest. If so, it'll be active. Let me do a quick test of that system. Let me open up Bush Talk. And we will open up our Bush Talk radio screen. Let's put our random failures aside for the moment. Our D&D dice for the bad guys aside for the moment. Our little picture of the bad guys hating us. I hate Skydude picture aside for the moment. And here we are at Bush Talk. Okay. Try to center on my aircraft. Russia. There we are. Why won't it? There we are, way over there. The nearest point of interest for an audio tour. Yeah, we're heading south. So we might hit one or two of these along the way. I don't know where we're going to end up in. Looks like we're going to end up in Korea or something. Yeah, not exactly from Russia with love today. All right, there's one close enough. Let me try to click this and see if we get the audio tour. See if we can hear it. Let me do make an adjustment.
Along the banks of the Lena River in far eastern Siberia. The pillars are 150 to 300 meters high and were formed in some of the Cambrian period sea basins. The highest density of pillars is reached between the villages of Petrovskoy and T.Tuthill. The Lena Pillars Nature Park was inscribed on the World Heritage List in 2012. The site lies around 180 kilometers, less than a day's boat ride, upriver from the city of Yakutsk, the capital of the autonomous Sakha Republic. The pillars consist of alternating layers of limestone, marlstone, dolomite and slate of early to middle Cambrian age, which are weathered, producing the rugged outcrops.
Pillars of Lena. That's nice. Okay. So it'll be active in the background. So if we come within a mile or so, several miles of a point of interest, we'll get something. All right, let's take a look at this flight plan. We're taking off from there. We are heading east. Then hard turn to the south. We come to Nabar. We hit there, hit there, hit there, come down. I don't exactly know where our top of descent is at. And then if we try to do a teleport and skip some of the cruise, they make it really bad for you. They put you at pretty much on final. That's not right. They need to give you a lot more time and spawn you in a little bit further away from the runway for your arrival point. Pretty brutal. So what we'll have to do is get into the right altitude and position set up in the aircraft before we hit the spacebar and teleport. So ILS Z23 left, localizer Z23 left. So as we make our approach to that runway, we need to be at pretty much top of descent, 3,180 feet on a course setting of 234. This is just like yesterday. Maybe this was where we were supposed to go. Very similar. 2,200 feet at D6.7. A Cat 1 ILS. I wish we could expand this window, stretch our EFB out. Magic stretch. It's too small, man. We need to be able to fill this whole screen. And I hate having to keep scrolling in, and I can't read anything at that level. And then I can't see what I need to see. Rovsk. All right, well, let's just get to it. Wasted enough time today. Oh, what we didn't do is we didn't give the bad guys. In this case, it's going to be Russian bad guys that don't like Skydude. And we have to give them an opportunity to strike a system. It's also a great way to, I'm like, how do I practice emergency situations while I'm doing my live streams and just get, try to get something out there to practice emergencies. Well, I found this wonderful random failures app, which you can find out there. Works great for 2024 still, 2020 and 2024. And I've got some D&D dice. It's a website up there, just D&D dice generator on the web. Okay, there are 7 categories that can fail. So let me stop it from yesterday. Fail list, I think we had a pitot tube failure. Okay. Flight controls, gear, fuel, panel, engine, brake, and other. So 7 categories of things that can fail. And we'll roll our D&D dice. We'll roll a D8. Now on an 8, the bad guys fail. They don't do anything, and we're good to go. So grab a D8 and cross fingers. I need the luck of Ben today. Give me an 8, please. A 5. Okay. Not your fault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An engine. We have a bad guy attempting to mess with our engine. On engine. Okay. Engine coolant leak, failure, fire, turbocharger failure, coolant leak, failure, fire, turbocharger failure. So it's just repeating the same thing for multiple engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Engine failure 3. Uh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 16 things that the bad guy can mess with. Let me grab the D20. So anything over a 16 and they fail. 17. Sorry, bad guys. Not today. I have the luck of Ben with me, and I'm going to have enough problems just flying this airliner on my own. I don't need bad guys when I'm flying. I'm my own worst enemy. Okay. All right. Getting a really late start today, but we're on our way. So welcome to episode 312. Should be no love from Russia. Get back to the chat room and see if Ben's saying anything. Hope you're having a great day today, Ben. So yeah, playing a bunch of strange games last couple of days. The Long Dark, SimCity. Don't freeze. Please don't freeze. I think the simulator just froze. Give me a minute. I have no mouse anywhere. Oh, that's working. The hell's my mouse? There it is.
Good afternoon. So we're flying to Khabarovsk. Amazing place.
Oh, what is that all about? Why are we jump into the plane and we're already getting beeped at? I don't need this kind of stress, man. What? Okay.
It's Miriam from your flight staff.
Well, hey, Miriam, how are you today?
To begin boarding.
That's great.
Waiting for your signal.
The signal is... Hang on there a minute.
Magadan ground. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. A ramp is on its way.
Sparing no expense, Russia. There you go. So you're a little far away from the airport. Does everybody have to just jump? You're a little too far away from the aircraft. Yeah, just gonna make everybody jump. They're fit over in Russia. There you go. There you go. That's making the computer flip out. There we go again. It's making it pause. Ah, yes. Look at them board. Ah, the detail. Oh, there's somebody. I spoke too soon. I'm sorry. Kind of getting a little bit of insult on, and no, there's people there. You can see them. The jetways, I don't see anybody. I'll be darned. Hello, Russians. Eat at Yaborsks. Not exactly smooth. I'm gonna need like an NVIDIA 5080, 90, an NVIDIA 52000. Doesn't matter how good of a computer you have, when it runs into Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yikes. Gonna need a NASA supercomputer to run this thing. They've actually been really good. The optimizations they've been making have been really fantastic. Wow, we have a lot of people.
Magadan ground. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. Could you please send a ground power unit?
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. A ground power unit is on the road.
Magadan ground. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. Could you please send the baggage?
I'm sorry if there was an echo.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. Baggage is on the way. way.
That's the sorry. It's like a Monday.
Magadan ground. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. Could you please send the catering truck?
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. The catering truck is on the road.
Lovely airline food from Yoborisks. For your reading entertainment, they're Pravda. They still, I don't know anything about Russia. They still do Pravda newspapers over there.
We've completed boarding, Captain.
That's great.
Magadan ground. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree IFR to Khabarovsk. Ready to copy.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree is cleared to Khabarovsk Airport via the Banu 5 Bravo departure. Expect runway 10. Maintain flight level 360.
360.
Is 126.2. Squawk 2012.
2012.
Cleared to Khabarovsk. By the Banu 5.
Eat at Yoborisks at Khabarovsk.
Maintain flight level 360. Departure frequency is 12.
Hey again.
Squawk 2012. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 76.
I hope you're having a great day. Let me get my coffee. Cheers, Ben.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. Read back is correct. Contact ground on 118.8 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Luggage loading now complete. Fuel gauge reads 50%,
Magadan
Captain.
ground. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree.
Romeo
Requesting
Alpha Golf
pushback.
761 tree. Pushback request accepted.
We didn't have a whole lot of room to push back to. We need to be facing the other direction.
Pushback is complete.
Is it?
You are cleared to start engines.
Group invitation received. How do we, oh no, I skipped to, sorry, I skipped ahead. I clicked the wrong thing. I was supposed to come up here and accept the Ben G24 invitation. I have accepted your invitation.
Magadan Tower. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree at runway 10 ready for departure.
All right. The flight plan, if we are together, okay, the flight plan is UHMM departure airport.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. Did you copy?
I'm trying to copy right now. Stand by, please. UMHH to SOKOL. Let's see, waypoint. Arrival. That's 36,000 feet. So yeah, UHMM. Double them back here. Runway 32. Okay, to UHHH. UHHH is the arrival airport. Where does it show that? It just says HH202 here. HH204. There it is. UHHH. NOVY. Let me see if you are around. It says I've got a microphone active. You see that whenever I'm talking there? It says like a microphone active. How did that get toggled on? We got gremlins, Russian gremlins messing with things today in this live stream. The microphone shouldn't be on. Online communication. Have some. It's picking up voice somehow. Enable voice chat is not enabled, but every time I'm talking, I'm getting a Kinneas 2020 notification on the side of the screen there. Are you seeing that? Yeah, you are. See it popping up on the screen. What's that all about? Show multiplayer and close proximity. We don't need real online aircraft. Live weather. North Europe server. Ben, we have to be on the same server. So right now it says the server is North Europe. So if you can't see me, that's the problem. But I'm usually on West. I don't know why it's, again, not the gremlins. Normally I'm on United States West. But we can try North Europe first and see if we can see each other if you're spawning in. And I'll wait for a minute or two. And then if anything, if nothing, I'll change over to United States West. Look at that fall from the sky. Come down, do a little hop, do a little hop, do a little jig, and then come down. That's a crazy approach.
To all passengers, prepare for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly. Your seat is in the upright position and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you.
All right, just hanging out to see if we can connect with Ben today and see if he shows up here on the... We definitely have to be on the same server. And we definitely have to have this option here under graphics set. Sometimes if this isn't set, no matter what you have set, you can't see anybody. You go to global rendering quality and come all the way down to the bottom, and air traffic, it has to be on, or you sometimes that can cause you to not be able to see people. Open your communications tab, it's Ben is saying. Magadan. I've got nothing. Com 1, Com 2, and intercom. UAMM. Was it UAMM? Oh, you mean the EFB. Yeah, one moment, please. UHMM, Ben. Uniform. Hotel. Well, what is M? MM. UHMM to UHHH. To try to remember. I'm running on very little sleep. It's very dangerous too. UHHH. Group. Group. Current group. We're currently grouped. I need to change my name to Kinneas 2024. Click the arrow, unmute you. Oh, unmute you. You're trying to do voice. Unmute you. It says you're not muted. I don't have voice on. Let's go over here. Enable voice chat. Convert incoming voice to text chat. That should be fun. Enable text chat. Never done this before. Text chat message display time. Convert outgoing text chat to voice. Translate other players. All right, so that's now on. So let's see what we get now if I go to current group. And it says you're on. I see you might be talking, but I don't hear anything. Yeah, I see that it says that you're talking. What now? Should we just use Discord? Why would, let's see. Now, what could it be? Settings, sound, master volume, character voices, other voices, multiplayer voice chat. Hang on. Put that to 100. There we go. I'll be darned. There you are. You're going to have to use headphones because I'm hearing myself in your speakers. Hey, watch those F-bombs. Hello, Ben. How are you? That's cool. And we have a delay, though. That was like a minute or two. Hello, Ben. We have a delay. you can't hear. Hello, Ben. I can hear you just fine. Okay, let me show you possibly what it could be, maybe, what I had to change here. Is at the very bottom of sound, there's a multiplayer. At the bottom of the sound options, there is a multiplayer voice chat option. Hello. Hello. Okay. Also, you can go to the online tab and go to voice chat output device, voice chat input device. That's, let me, now it's got my microphone. Yeah, hi Ben. Hello? Okay, so I had to turn on voice chat input device and make sure that was set to my microphone. And you have headphones? Okay, good. All right, excellent. I'm not hearing any echo now. That's fantastic. Hello, Ben. How are you? Good to hear your voice. How have you been? Great, fantastic. Thank you for asking. Now, let's see if I can see you in the game. See if you're... Are you on the... What server are you on? Okay. Really? Are you at UMMM? UHMM? No, that's the destination airport. That's okay. UHMM. Uniform Hotel. What is M? MMM. Why can't I think? Uniform Hotel. Uniform Hotel. What is M? Okay, Uniform Hotel Mike. Thank you. I'm looking around. Don't see you yet. I'm just gonna hang on for a minute and see if I can see you. Come on, game. I don't know if this has anything to do with when you set up a career mode job, I don't know that you can set it to multiplayer. Yep, probably. Okay, so okay, stand by. Let me go to my EFB and save this flight plan. Save to web. That's weird. Mike. Okay, now I'm gonna go back out and try to do main menu and set up a free flight. Like, I think you might be group leader. So under flight conditions from the main menu, do you have multiplayer settings on? So under flight conditions, you have live weather on or off, AI traffic on or off, and multiplayer on or off. You have to be at the main menu, setting up your flight. And then up in the right-hand corner, the flight conditions. Sure. I'm going to go ahead and spawn in and see if we get anything. Don't take your time. Don't stress. It's cool that we're trying to set this up. And I don't care how long it takes, as long as we can get it right. This would be great. It'd be great not using Discord. It'd be really wonderful to get this working with you at any time. Oh no. Oh no, and I'm in the Archer Midnight. Now I've got the wrong aircraft. Let me spawn in, at least see if I can see you. I can see you. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the main menu and get another aircraft. Be right back. But I see you in there. Okay. Are you in a 737? 737? Oh, it's nice. I'll do the 320. Hmm. The Skydude stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. Same time. All right, forgive me. I'm a little bit confused. Are you out of time right now? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, fancy, fancy, fancy. I appreciate you, Ben. Thank you for helping me set all this up. Uniform Hotel Mike to Uniform Hotel. Yep, Russia. Let's see what we have here. I see 10. You're breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry, Ben, you broke up really badly there. Son of a gun, Ben. You're breaking up. Maybe move the microphone just a little bit further away. I don't know what it's activating weirdly or cutting off weirdly. The arrival runway is 23 left. Moment. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm looking for it. I have notifications out here on the main menu. Go into the flight and see if I got notifications. "33 types of departure." Hilarious.
Magadan Tower. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 761 tree. Ready for IFR departure. runway 10.
Yeah, Ben, I'm over here adjusting audio settings. Okay, hang on, just take your time. I'll just be hanging out here on runway 10. Okay. Yeah, doing that a lot today. So the 320 is being a pain in the ass again, and now my flight plan isn't showing up in the MCDU. Yeah, this is the problem we had last time, but I'll get it. So it seems that the Boeing, the Boeing 737 doesn't have a problem with the EFB, but the 320 still does. HMM. I've already got an aircraft system malfunction, an engine malfunction. Okay, this left. Uniform Hotel Mike Mike, and then Uniform Hotel Hotel Hotel. Son of a bitch. My aircraft just shut down on me. Wow. So my airplane is doing a self-test. All my monitors are out at the moment. Wow. Yeah, my aircraft's doing a self-test. Hilarious. Uh-huh. One more time, please. Is that the name of the airport, Navi? I suppose. I don't know. Just UHHH. And I don't know about the transition. Go straight. We can skip cruise. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to work at all still. So we'll see what we get. Uh-huh. Oh, nice. I can see you. You're at the other end of the runway, parked somewhere. No, I'm on runway 10. Look that way. Yeah, look over towards runway 10. Uh-huh. Does it have my name above it? You see my name on your screen? Oh, okay. I understand. Yeah. I got my fingers crossed. What is faff? Like, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna faff. So faff is the same thing as saying I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not gonna faff with it. Yoo-hoo, I learned something today. I learned something today. Yeah. If I ever find myself in the UK, I'm going to use it. I ain't got no time to faff around. This ain't no party. This ain't no disco. This ain't no faffing around. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me see, actually, and see if it's picking you up. Might have to turn something else on. Okay, let me turn on desktop audio. Try that. One moment. Go ahead. No, I'd rather that. That'd be cool if they can hear you.
I'm sorry, there's oh, by any chance you watch Sky News? And what's that noise?
I don't really watch Sky News.
Okay. This might sound real sad, and it is real sad. Like when I say really sad, like somebody's lost their life.
Oh, really? And this, right now, you mean real world news? There's an airline crash on Sky News.
An airline crash. It isn't an airline.
Oh, okay.
An airline crash.
All right.
It was a child which spent alive in a
oh my God.
Site building.
It's so sad.
I know.
Cool world.
And that was 10 minutes away from my house.
And again, which part of the UK you're in? I want to say north. What the heck? Tell me.
Yarry. I'm going down to the tune. I'm going to go to the tune tonight.
What does that mean? Gathering the tune.
I'm going to go into the tune and I'm going to go into town.
Okay.
I'm guessing you've heard of the George lamp in the mining industrial revolution thing.
You mean a mine, the mine that collapsed, or
the mine that exploded?
Exploded, and it took out the schoolhouse.
Not the schoolhouse. So there was this lamp, which was invented called the George lamp. Stop naked flame from exploding the gas.
So maybe I'm thinking of a different mine explosion. There was one where it was the first time the Queen ever went to, like, a disaster site.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Yes. So, as you see, you know, play the live streams by ear. If somebody wants, like Ben wants to come on and do some flying today, we've never tried setting this up before, so, hey, no time like the present. So, Russia was being, I mean, we're still doing the Russia flight. I'm not going to get the career credit for it, which is just fine. That's fine. It's not, it doesn't mean anything. It's more important to establish friendships and connect with friends, and I'm glad we've got the voice chat thing working, and I'm glad you can hear him now. It's weird, though, because you should be able to hear him, because it, anything coming out of Microsoft Flight Simulator is on its own channel. And I can see that the game audio is running. For example, right now you can hear it because I've got desktop audio on. I'm going to turn desktop audio off right now. So now you shouldn't be able to hear anything. No engine noise, no environment noise. Now I'm going to turn on the Microsoft Flight Simulator audio channel. Be able to hear the engines and the environment again. But when Ben is talking, I'm not seeing any sort of indicator that his audio is coming out on the Microsoft Flight Simulator audio channel. I do see when he talks that he comes through on desktop audio. It's all very confusing. So I'm going to turn off Microsoft Flight Simulator audio channel in 3, 2, 1. And now I'm going to enable desktop audio in 3, 2, 1. If you would like an invite to this setup too, I guess, and would like to join us, You need to add friend. I'm going to type this in the chat room. TEN BEE 24. So you'll need to request a friend invite from Benji24. He's the leader of the flight group at the moment. And the flight plan is, I'm sure you've already heard by now, but it is UMMM to UHHH. So we're still in Russia and going to do a Russian flight. Maybe. We'll see how far we get. This might end up just being a giant setup session. But we're going to at least try to take off, get to cruise. Fly for a bit and see how long we want to go until we decide to bring it in for a landing. I'm going to take this opportunity while Ben is away to go over that flight plan again and possibly try to find a route.
Hello?
Hello.
Are you still here? Have you took off? Are you still there?
Yes.
Right. Do you know what? I'm just gonna take off at this point.
Okay, well, I see ya.
That's if it lets us skip to take off. And this is what I mean, I do not know how to start this plane up at all. I'm just guessing.
I just use the quick start.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't mess with it anymore right now. I'm not doing like hardcore training, so I don't care.
Ignition. Flight. Engine start. Oh Christ, I've got loads of people interested in the post. I have to take that off. I'm not doing that anymore. And lights on. Take on.
I have not flown an Airbus 320 in a long time.
I use it every time I fly.
I love it, but it's just been a long time.
Yeah.
Love it. So easy.
I need to set me controls for this. I need to set me controls for this game.
What altitude are you going to climb to? I think we lost him. He was saying he was going to do something with his controls. Keeping an eye on him. See if he vanished here on the screen. Oh. Microsoft, we really need to be able to blow these up. Again, maybe you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go off.
What's up? What's going on?
What?
What's going on?
Really tired.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to go off.
Okay, well, I'll see you maybe tomorrow.
Speak to you later.
Okay, good night, Ben.
No, bye-bye.
Yes. Okay, well, at least we learned how to set that up. So that's fantastic. Let me turn the desktop audio then off. Simulator audio back on. Wow. We've done an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. Oh. Well, I'm going to go back to the main menu then and go back to career and see if the job is still available. Get paid for it after all. And that would put us back in the Boeing 737. Let me look up Russia with Love lyrics. From Russia with Love, I fly to you, much wiser since my goodbye to you. I've traveled the world to learn. I must return from Russia with love. I've seen places, faces, and smiled for a moment, but oh, you haunted me so. Still my tongue-tied, young pride would not let my love for you show, in case you'd say no. To Russia I flew, but there and then I suddenly knew you'd care again. My running around is through. I fly to you from Russia with love. Huh?
Good morning, Captain. First time working together. I'm Sophia, your first officer.
What a great name, Sophia.
Captain, it's Alessandra from the cabin crew. Passengers ready for boarding, Captain. Waiting on your okay.
We're okay to skip to taxi. We're okay for. And we're okay to skip to takeoff.
Magadan Tower, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 ready for departure. Runway 10, IFR to Novici.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710, QNH 1017. Cleared for takeoff, runway 10.
I need to learn how to change this thing over to QNH. Clear
for takeoff.
1017.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710.
Okay, so she read out QNH 1017. In Europe, they use hyper Harvey Pascals something to designate altimeter settings. So over here it's 1017. In the United States, we use not really IN. So you see on the barometer setting here, got IN on this side, HPA on this side. So the Harvey Pascal units are on this side, or either way, this is North American and this is Europe. So in the United States, switch it over and that'd be like 2992. Well, in this case, 3002. So change it back over to the Harold Pascal units.
To all passengers, prepare for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly. Your seat is in the upright position and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you.
I'm in the auto throttle. I don't know if I can engage vertical speed. Yep, let's do it. Up. 2,500 feet per minute. I'm over here. I've clicked vertical speed. Rolled this wheel down. Up. Up is down, down is up. The mixed up world. Set to plus 2,500. I think we have to go to 36,000 feet, but I'm just right at the moment setting it to 30,000 feet. Auto throttle switch is here to arm it. I think we have to, not certain, I think we actually have to turn this for N1 for takeoff. I don't know. Still learning the 737. So, only done a few flights. We're slowly but surely becoming friends, but it's been a little bit painful. The big differences, I mean, little things, but big differences between the Boeing aircraft and Airbus. Airbus just seems a little bit more logical. Things make a little bit more sense. It'll be interesting when they make these cockpits much simpler, much more simple, if that's possible. But I believe it is, with like you know, AI running a lot of systems and blah blah blah. Oh my, there's 150.
Rotate.
There we go. Raise the landing gear. Nose up. Speed activated. We'll try to turn on... Oh. Turn on the autopilot. Turn on LNAV and see if it'll take. Raise flaps. Sometimes if the...
Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 contact Magadan Center on 126.2. Good day.
Contact him. Yes. Whatever you say.
126.2. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Magadan Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 is passing 1,900 feet climbing flight level tree 60. Kin Romeo Alpha
Check
Golf
our range.
5710, Magadan Center, QNH 1017. Radar contact continue.
So the next waypoint I see is Okrus. So I'm looking for Okrus in here. Okrus. Execute. Come on, Okrus. Execute. Execute. All right. LNAV's on. Autopilot on. Speed on. Vertical speed on. I don't see that it engaged. So sometimes if it doesn't engage, telling it to go direct to Okrus. Execute, execute. It's not taken. Not taking. So in a case where it's not taking, they advise sometimes go ahead and turn to your heading. Turn to a heading that will intercept the heading you want to go. Put it into heading select. Aircraft is turning. Now intercept the GPS radial. And then once we get closer, see if I can activate LNAV again, see if it takes it. Still says we're in LNAV. Put it off. So I've got us in heading select here. Oop. Select. Aircraft is turning. You can tell that we are not part of the flight plan because we have a dashed magenta line. It's not a solid magenta line.
Passing 10,000 feet.
All right. Great. We can increase the speed now up to 250. Never had a girlfriend in Russia? So those lyrics don't work for me. Why won't you take LNAV, baby? That again, Ocrus. Execute, execute. I have no idea why we're having such difficulty with the navigation today. We're not getting solid magenta. What is it that is preventing us from becoming one with the flight plan? See a discontinuity. Well, now I have managed to blow out Ocrus, I think. Lago. Now that we had happening yesterday, it's like we're yeah, like it's not. Now it's like the auto throttle isn't working because we should have full power. Try to set it to level change power. And auto throttle should be able to handle this climb. I'll just stop the climb at the moment, but I don't see any climb going on. That altitude hold. Build up speed. Wow! We are just having all kinds of wonderfully amazing difficulty today. Amazing challenges. Did an interesting live stream. Off the autopilot, on the autopilot. Disable that speed screen. That's no, leave level change off, sorry. That's hold. Get the speed back up first. Still try to get it on course to no. Click. Click. Execute. Oh boy. So what is it, airliner pilots? Why can't I become one with the flight plan? Why does it remain a white line and I'm not getting...
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level tree 60.
There's LNAV and VNAV engaged. Let's see if it'll turn.
Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level tree 60.
Did it just engage? What's the next pipe? Logo? Nothing. Unbelievable. I've never had this problem before, so I don't really know. It's a new one. Any ideas?
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level tree 60.
Level change. 0. All right, continuing to go up. So in the Airbus, you have a direct to button. In all aircraft, until now, Boeing, we've always had a direct to button. What we learn from the earliest autopilots all the way up to a military aircraft, certain things should remain the same so that the information translates up, right? For Boeing, for you not to have a direct to button, why do you have to make things different? Proprietary, just shove your proprietary, whatever it is that you decided to not, let's be different. You don't need to be different. We need things to work the way that we think they're supposed to work. And I need a direct to the next waypoint, a BOGO, right? And I'm not getting anything. I click it twice, then I get an execute. It says modify, I click execute. And I got nothing. I've never had that before. So normally, you're still flying the 172, so you won't be able to be any help at all. Hey, it's quite all right. It's quite all right, farmer. Heck. Sir? Pardon me. Just too darn late live streaming last night. I just didn't want to quit. I just kept going and going. And I'm paying for it today. I have been slamming coffee and I'm still paying for it. Oof. Okay, so let me use my heading and at least try to get us going in the right direction. Use my heading knob. Turn towards our destination, GPS line. And turn on heading select. So, in normal aircraft, yeah, a heading knob and a heading select button. Thank you, Boeing, for at least getting us that far. Okay. So I'm turning to intercept the GPS flight plan again. FPV. I don't know. I don't know enough about the 737 myself to understand why I can't engage direct to the next waypoint. Pretty cool. A little earlier, Ben from the UK, he wanted to connect and try to do a multiplayer flying, and we were able to get the in-game voice chat and in-game voice to text chat working, the voice chat working, and pretty neat. It works. So I don't recall if you're in 20 or 2024 farmer, but it works. Happy to report, works just fine. So up until now, I've never had any problem double clicking a waypoint and then hitting execute twice, and it connects right to the GPS plan. Flight director is on. Didn't need any of the VOR or anything like that on. It's like old school where you're in the CDI. It's like it's not using the proper input. Yeah. Oh, exactly. I should have called it a night when you called it a night. I'm just dumb sometimes. Well, I'm not like I had a whole lot to do. I'm like, I forget that. Oh, pardon me. I forget that I'm getting old, sir. I have to remind myself, what are you doing? You're getting old. You can't do this anymore. You're no spring chicken. More like a Kentucky Fried Chicken at this point. Fried being the key word. Pressure on. Any of that on. normally I have to do jack throttle. I'm gonna go ahead and put the throttle in between this eye area and this vent. What it does, I've got it set to 25. So put it on speed. Well, it's really I've got to figure out if is it me or is it something in the plane? I'm gonna just restart. I was gonna skip the cruise anyway. Not a big deal. So let me just try it again and see if I can pick it up. Are you gonna be playing Farming Simulator anytime, or maybe I've forgotten to ask what you're currently playing, and if you're going to be doing Farming Simulator again anytime soon. I know on most of the Farming Simulator content, the videos that you've done, you don't really talk, but it would really be able to help me out hearing what you know about how it all works. R to request takeoff.
Magadan Tower, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 at runway 10 ready for departure. IFR to Navici.
Navici.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710, QNH 1017.
Oh, awesome. Now, do you just do you do videos or have you done live streaming? I didn't check to see if those were live streams converted to archive or those were just video recording.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Acknowledge last transmission.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710.
I guess the next question is do they have multiplayer options for Farming Simulator 2025? That'd be a trip, helping somebody plow the farm, Jacob.
To all passengers, prepare.
They are live streams on my site. No,
Your seat is in the upright position and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you.
If you play, will you be I'm not gonna mess with anything yet. I'm just gonna get it up in the air. Then I'll about. Because I would definitely love to sit in on your live streams if you're going to be playing Farming Simulator.
V1, rotate.
That'd be great. I think I was supposed to go the opposite direction. That go fly down there and do a U-turn. It's always something. Hey boy, nose up, nose up. Come on, beastie, up, up.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 contact Magadan Center on 126.2. Good
Nose
day.
up, nose up. All right, contact somebody.
126.2 for Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Magadan Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 is at 2,800 feet, climbing flight level 360.
There's Beno. All right. Auto throttle on. Autopilot on. LNAV on.
Captain, we should slow to below 250 knots until we have passed 10,000 feet.
Turn on speed. Quickly. Quickly. Down to 200. Max speed under flight level 1. 10,000 exceeded. Yeah, you can't go more than 250 under 10,000. Oh, this plane's rocking now, sir. Check it out. Woohoo! Oh, that'd be horrible in there. Flying all over the place. Bouncing on the ceiling. Hitting the floor. Oh, it'd be horrible. Uh, 250. Okay. Get a positive climb to 5. Auto throttle arm speed 100. All right, responding to the speed controls properly.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 360.
Yeah. No. Oh, it's doing it again. It is not following LNAV. Oh, multiplay. Okay, multiplay all day long. Oh, that'd be neat. That'd be a lot of fun. I've been looking for an excuse to convince myself to try a farming simulator.
Passing 10,000 feet.
I got it. Dang it. So I looked at the flight plan and there were a couple of waypoints in between takeoff and Beno. So I just grabbed Beno and moved it to the top of the list, overriding those other two, and then clicked it and executed it, and now it is doing what it needed to do. Jeez. But you live and you learn. It's always learning. So, you know, one of those, if you just sit there and keep messing with it and work it out, you can work it out. A dummy like me can work it out. So that was the key. Let me go to the previous page. So yeah, there was on the flight plan a minute ago, it showed, you know, whatever runway we took off to, and then it had a couple of waypoints, and then Beno was down like 3rd or 4th on the list. So to move something up in a list, like, for example, right now, Akros, that's the next waypoint. I want to tell it to move on from Beno, skip it, and go right to Akros. So I'm going to grab Akros in the MCDU, select it once, select Beno to override it, which moves Akros to the top, hitting execute twice. Execute, execute. The aircraft is now doing what it's supposed to do. It is now turning onto the GPS flight plan. Glory, hallelujah. Doves are crying. Milk is flying. I don't know what that means, but so do you think everything is working as it should? I think so. Pop quiz. Who makes the better co-pilot? A male, a female, or a goat? Choose wisely. Thousand feet, bump the speed up to 50. 52. Let's try level change, see if we get more power. Or what happens if we hit N1? Okay, let's try level change. Get climb speed. Okay, so engaging level change took it out of speed and put it into N1. Eat at Chaborneks in Yakutsk. I would eat at Chaborneks in Yakutsk. Yakutsk. I can't pronounce the names over here. I think I just like saying Chabornek too. I wonder what that means in Russian. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a great afternoon. Today's been just fraught with fun things. Did get to finally test Microsoft multiplayer voice chat. It works. Voice to text works. So neat. Really neat. Don't have to use Discord if you don't want to. I think I saw something in social media not too long ago that somebody had modified an aircraft so that this thing here, this area here, says do not paint this surface. Why not? The lead could impact something, I don't know. Superman is in there and can't have no lead. But they turned it into a glass, they have a glass dome on the top for passengers. I wonder how difficult of an experience psychologically that would be for people. Easy or terrifying? Too much. Too much. How about one on the bottom of the plane? That'd be nuts too. A lounge. You know how they do those glass floors in the tall skyscrapers so you can stand there and freak out? Making the bottom one of these a giant... You know, better yet, the safer, keep it safe. Leave it like this. Just put a giant video screen on the floor. That'd be neat for them to do on the interior of the plane. Turn all the surfaces on the walls and ceiling and floor surfaces on the interior of the plane into a video screen so you can project everything. Hey folks, don't freak out, you're completely safe, but this might blow your mind and frighten you. But we're gonna make the cabin dark and we're gonna turn on 360-degree cameras into the cabin, and you'll be able to see everything. That would be very interesting. Worth the price of admission, I tell you. $26,000 feet. time is it? It is 10 minutes after the hour. You're watching Kinneas, an extended long live stream today because we didn't manage to get anything done until this point kind of show. Stand by, give me a minute, please.
After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude.
That's me, Kinneas the Skydude. A Skydude. There are a lot of Skydudes and dudettes out there. This is episode number 312 of Skydude From Russia with Love. It's actually been From Russia with No Love because, man, trying to find a job in Russia is like pulling teeth. Finding an airport on the west side of Russia, few and far between. They love their helicopter airports, but surprisingly, no helicopter jobs at all these helipads. Lucky to find this one. And I don't think they want me in Russia. I think they're sending me to... I don't know that we end up in Russia or if we end up in North Korea. I'll have to definitely check out the area. Let me go find out here. Airport U8. Uniform hotel. Khabarovsk Novy Airport. So we'll still be in Russia. It's an airport located at the eastern part of Khabarovsk, Russia. Novy Airport was the main hub for the Russian airline LNAV. Was shut down by the government due to large debts. Vladivostok Air replaced the role of the LNAV, and Khabarovsk was upgraded, it's got that in quotes, upgraded, into a secondary hub for Vladivostok Air. Vladivostok Air was later merged into Aurora. One moment. Got Christine calling in here. Hello, Christine. I've had a lot of problems, and I'm still trying to live stream an airline flight.
All right.
Really, somebody cosplayed a crash test dummy while their kid was getting a driver's test?
Yeah, I'll have to send the picture to myself somehow.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what's happening.
That's interesting. That's kind of neat, though. I mean, why not? There's all kinds of cosplay, whatever. How was the costume? Was it good?
I'll let you see the picture for yourself.
Yeah, okay. All right, well. I am. Adios, bye-bye. Bum, 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 bum. In 2025, Khabarovsk Novy International Airport carried 1,821,694 passengers. A small airfield is adjacent to the west side and is known as Khabarovsk MVL. Literally small airlines. It handles charter and general aviation operations and has a runway length of 960 meters, 3,150 feet. By 1931, hydroports in the area were not enough to serve the growing demand for air travel, and there was a need to find a place to build a new airport. First airport in the current location was opened in 1938. The year 1953 saw the commissioning of a runway with artificial turf with size of 2,500 by 80 meters on the 21st of March 1954. A terminal with a capacity of 400 passengers per hour was put into operation. In 1964, a new larger terminal was built. In 1970, the airport was given international status and completed its first charter international flight. On board were the participants of the International Exhibition Expo 70. During 1991, Alaskan Airlines began flights from the United States using Boeing 727 jets for passengers flights between Khabarovsk and Ted Stevens International Airport in Anchorage, Alaska. We were there, I believe. These flights stopped at Magadan, Russia. 2016, the old abandoned terminal was demolished, and on its site, the construction of a new terminal commenced. The new terminal is planned to be equipped with new air bridges, escalators, and will be integrated with the current Soviet-built terminal, which will be reconstructed after the new one commences operation. The new terminal is planned to serve domestic flights. New terminal construction is planned to be finished by the end of 2019. Airlines: Aeroflot, Angara, Aurora, Azur, China Express. Oh, now I'm getting hungry. Hainan, Ikar, and a bunch of others. Wow. We're not at 30,000 yet. Close, but there yet. I was just letting it handle the climb and not giving it any vertical speed instruction. So it's just taking it nice and easy. So the Bing image generator, I told it I wanted something flight simulator with the theme From Russia with Love in the style of a movie poster for today's cover art. And let me turn this off.
After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas.
That wants to play every time. So amazed. At what it can come up with so fast. That would, I'm an art school graduate, and we had to, before you do your final project, you got to do a lot of thumbnails. That's a finished piece of work, just right there. And all I had to do was type a prompt. That's crazy. Not bad. I was happy with it. I like how it put, what is that, St. Peter's Basilica back there? Absolutely beautiful. And so, yeah, like the James Bond character in the front, I said I wanted it to be I couldn't use James Bond. I just said, make it in the, style of a spy movie theme. There was another one that it generated, which was probably a little bit more interesting. But this one had more planes. Beautiful. All right, so we reached 36,000 feet finally. Cruising at 250 knots. Need to inform the passengers of the cruise status.
Good morning to all passengers. This is your captain speaking. Today, I'm assisted by co-pilot Sofia Avermenko. Welcome aboard flight RAG 5710, inbound to Vladivostok. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 35,000 feet and at an airspeed of 250 knots. It's 10:31 a.m. On behalf of all crew members, We thank you for flying with us today. So, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
He just had to say colon, didn't he? 10:31. Oh, the cabin crew's talking? Have the cabin voices down really low. I just heard the barest of mumble in the background. One moment, please. I really need another cup of coffee. And so I need to go out here. Can I open the door in here? Aircraft must be stopped to exit. Either way, there's a little coffee station right behind this door here. And so I need to go grab a cup of coffee. And let me put it into you like that for you or something. And I'll be right back. Okay. Hope you're having a great day, whatever you're doing. Hey, Sean, how are you? Just flying across Russia, doing a job. One of the few jobs available in Russia. There is not a whole lot to do once you get into it. I haven't found. Lucky to find this. How are you today? Hope everything's going great for you. Give me a moment. I'm going to try to edit my live stream description a little bit. Been an interesting afternoon. So edit. Always some. Okay, so updated that. Hey, good afternoon. I really need to schedule these for much later in the afternoon or early evenings. But now I'm playing The Long Dark and SimCity in the evenings again. And soon The Sims 4. You may not like hearing that. Tuning into a live stream, a flight simulation live stream, and the pilot is talking about playing Sims 4 like he's some child. I grew up with all the SimCity titles and all the Maxis stuff. So, yeah. And now I'm getting old, but still a gamer. Hey, we started with Pong and Space Invaders. That's my generation, so of course we're still gaming. The Sims are great. The only problem is that as a SimCity player, we were promised the Sims for us. As SimCity players, we were going to get the Sims for us. And somewhere along the line, they decided to split it off, and now it's been us and them, and it shouldn't be. It's like peanut butter and chocolate. You got to bring them together. Together, Spock. So that's why I'm checking out SimCity 5 2013 version again in the evenings to play it, and again think about all the ways that it would tie in really beautifully with Sims. And then when I play the Sims, I'm always thinking about, oh man, this needs way more SimCity functionality. So it's about time that Maxis brought them together, and I hope they do. That'd be fantastic. Then they need to bring back Streets of SimCity, SimCopter, SimTower, Spore, and do the same thing. Let them all tie into one another. It's interesting that the Sims community made up of a bunch of youngsters now. They don't know anything about SimCity, Streets, Copter, Tower. Chances are they don't really know much about Spore. And all the things that they're asking for, we want the Sims to be able to do this, and do this, and do this. The answer to almost every one of their wants and desires, the answer can be found in one of the pre-existing, or, you know, now kind of dead, old Maxis titles. We want cars, we want to fly, we want bigger cities, we want to control everything. I want there to be an economy. I want to make skyscrapers. I want to go to space. Coming around to finally bite EA and Maxis in the butt. That's one of the greatest bait and switches in history, in my opinion, in gaming history. Because they, around SimCity 2000, they promised that all these titles, again, the Sims were for us. All these titles were supposed to work together. And so, you know, we all bought into it. Thinking, fantastic, that's going to be peanut butter and chocolate. Keep going. Take our money, as they say. Take my money. I'm ready for it. And they come out with SimCity 4. And people in the community try to convince us that it's the greatest SimCity ever made. It wasn't even fully 3D. It was 2.5D. You couldn't go into your cities anymore. We were locked out. You couldn't drive in the cities that you could create. You couldn't fly in the cities that you could create. Will Wright was showing us demos of playing The Sims in SimCity. Then that didn't happen. And we've been locked out of our cities ever since. Like, we're going to release a You Drive It expansion pack for Sims 4. We didn't all realize it was like 2.5D. Well, a lot of us. So we're like, far out, we're going to get a version, we're going to get the Streets of SimCity Part 2. And, oh, that was the biggest. Here, bend over, and we're going to give it to you hard move in gaming history. We were totally expecting something, and we just, here, take my money, we're ready for it. And then, not even a kiss, just bend over. Bohica, bend over, here it comes. Wow. It's that, don't you feel silly? You're still holding a grudge. Something that happened when you were a kid, and of course I'm still holding a grudge. If you're a gamer and your favorite development company released a new one and then they totally promised this, that, and then they changed directions and horked the whole thing for 30 years, you'd be sore too. We don't even have crazy llamas. And I'm still such a sucker for them. I just love them so much because there's a bit of brilliance in everything that they've ever created, no matter what it was. For a lot of people, SimCity 4 was the greatest SimCity. But unless it could tie into all the other products, I have to disagree. But there were so many things in it that were brilliant. Didn't really enjoy Spore that much because, again, it was missing tie-ins that I wanted. But brilliance. SimCity Societies, definitely a flop. But if it were presented to the Sims community, I think it would be a super hit. Things in that were truly brilliant. So anyway, no matter what they have produced over the years, whether it's followed the, tried to come together as this grand design project, there's a little bit of brilliance in everything, and that's fun experiencing. So they have managed to not only, pull that giant bait and switch and give us the Bohica thing, but still being happy about it. That's the amazing part. That I'm still a fan. And the kids were raised with it, and now the wife, Christine, and they're Sim addicts. So when I reload The Sims here coming up again soon, The Sims 4, I might do 3 too. Sims 3 as well. Because it had brilliance that Sims 4 doesn't have. They're both, again, different, but brilliant. Anyway, Christine, between her and the kids, shouldn't call them kids anymore.
Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 contact Oka Center on 119.5.
Contact Oka Center on the radio.
119.5 for Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Oka Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710, flight level tree 60. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710, Oka Center, radar contact, continue to mall it.
Copy that. Okay, so Christine and between her and the kids, they have everything. I don't think that they might not own 1 or 2 kits. Other than that, they are fanatics about The Sims and have everything. So I can't wait to load it up again, because last time I checked it out, they had done Horse Ranch, which is cool. They did For Rent, which is far out. That's a big step in this, like, Sims Tower direction. Multiple families living on one lot. Pretty amazing. And now you can set up businesses on a lot. You can designate areas as business area, employee only. There's so much amazing stuff you can do now. Introducing new hobbies. Anyway, I can't wait to explore all the new things since For Rent. They've got a life and death expansion that she bought where you can go work for the Grim Reaper. That's pretty cool. I'm not really into the vampires, werewolves, the supernatural stuff, the Harry Potter-like stuff. I'm more of a Marvel superheroes kind of guy, and, you know, I need a superhero expansion pack. You know, follow in the footsteps of Maxis Man. Fight crime in the city that way. They've added criminals back into the game. Not that you couldn't create criminals, but the burglars, you know, the guys who run around and break in at night and take your stuff. So now your criminals have the ability to do that. And they brought back the classic criminal. Anyway, it's getting pretty interesting. But again, all the things that the Sims community is now yelling for. We want this, and we want this, and we want that. All I hear now is, I want SimCity. I want SimCity. I want Streets of SimCity. I want Simcopter. I want SimTower. I want Spore.
Captain, this is Alessandra. We're ready for in-flight service. Mind if we start?
No, I don't mind if you start. I didn't realize that it would take this long for you to get to in-flight service.
Permission granted. Ladies and gentlemen, our captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move around the cabin. However, we recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened while seated. In a few moments, the flight attendants will be by with beverages and lunch.
That sounds so good. I'm getting hungry. Where's the smoking light? This is a smoking flight, no matter what I say. Where's the no smoking thing? There's fasten seatbelts. I don't really see a no smoking. There's on the Airbus, pretty easy to find. Anyway, it's a smoking flight for sure. As a matter of fact, what time is it? 47 minutes after the hour. Well, it's not 20 minutes after the hour, but considering how things have gone this afternoon, I think I deserve another smoke break. And I'm sure you're thinking, yeah, Kinneas, that's exactly what you need. Another smoke break. Dude, you're Mr. McLungy. Disclaimer, I'm going to state where everything is cool and legal, so not breaking any laws while engaging in my live stream. I'm not promoting anything illegal from the state's perspective. So at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time tonight, I'm going back into the long dark. It is a hardcore survival game. No zombies. You don't need zombies. The environment conditions are enough the attacking animals, because it's that's the only thing that would be a little bit unnatural about it, is in this scenario, the world's gone a little bit crazy. There's no zombies, but because something's happening with the earth, the animals are reacting to it, and they're really mad at humans. So there's packs of wolves that run around, and there's a bear, and I think they've added mountain lions. But even then, the environment, like last night, everything was fine. We were doing fine. I got caught in a sudden blizzard. I was in a hurry to leave my camp and just run up the hill and go find something. Didn't take any antibiotics with me. Managed to eat a rotten candy bar or something as I was trudging around out in the woods when the blizzard hit. Put myself in a state of life-threatening food poisoning, and then didn't have anything on me to create a drink of any kind, or again, no antibiotics or anything on me. And I couldn't make it back to the camp, the safe house, to get antibiotics before expiring. So yeah, everything's fine. 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fine. Just run up here, find this stuff, head back. And next thing I know, dead. Game is brutal. So today's episode is titled From Russia with Love, and in this career path that I'm doing, this last stretch has taken us all the way from Colorado, all the way to Canada, all the way to Alaska, all the way to the top of Alaska, top of the world. And then we crossed over into Russia, and I've never flown Russia before. You know what? Another thing I'm a little bit upset about is it did turn on live weather, and they've got us up at 36,000 feet. So it's kind of a drag because I'm not getting to enjoy Russia. I can't see anything from up here. I was like, try to ask them for a major flight level change. But I haven't got to enjoy any of Russia today.
Focus Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Request flight level 260.
There aren't a lot of flight sim people using Bush Talk radio, so there's not a lot of audio tour points of interest to play.
Maintain flight level 260.
Okay, we can go to 26,000 feet.
Descend and maintain flight level 260. Kin Romeo.
And once we get there, I'm going to ask for another 10,000 feet. Vertical speed negative 1,500. So learned some neat stuff today. In regards to the FMC down here. So when I took off earlier, the first attempt at this flight, I could not get the plane to follow the flight plan. So no matter what I did, even with LNAV on, it wouldn't allow me to do a direct to any point, any waypoint in the flight plan. So earlier on, I was trying to, like, you know, go to MOLUT here, double click on it, execute, and it just would not connect itself to the flight plan. Okay, so what it ended up being is, might be hard to explain, but after it took off from the runway, it had maybe 2 or 3 waypoints in between the waypoint that I wanted to go to. So basically, imagine Kizon is where we took off from. Then you got this NA here, and then Lekby, and then Turbo. And I want to go to Turbo, right? And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to go to the first major waypoint, skip all these points of in between here, and go to Turbo. So I click that. You click it twice. You hit execute, and it usually does a direct to. Well, it wasn't doing that. And it would not engage the flight plan. You take it out of here for a minute and then come back. Okay, still set. I get back out of it, doing what I was doing now. Okay. So what I had to do was take Turbo, click it, and then click NA and move it right to the next point in the flight plan. In this case, let me just move up to Lekby, do that one. So click on Lekby and then select NA. Lekby. And then select NA to override NA. Turbo, NA. Maybe NA means not applicable. That's why now it's not overriding that. Okay, what about Sutek Turbo? Okay, so you see how Sutek overrode it. Now if I go Sutek, execute, going. I don't know that it is now. Whatever. But that ended up being the solution earlier. Sutek. Page. Okay. I guess I do. All right, so it did. It's now going direct to Sutek. There's the course adjustment. Now it's following the flight plan again. So yeah, like that. So either way, if you get up into the air and you've got a couple of waypoints in between the next major waypoint, just move it up in the list and then try it again. I don't know why Boeing wants to be different with this and why they just don't let it operate like normal GPS so that you're not confused. Put a direct to button. It's, you know, kind of universal across all GPS systems back to the beginning, right? Just because you're Boeing doesn't mean you have to have everything your own proprietary way. Some things make sense, like, oh great, you got a heading knob and a heading select. That makes total sense. Alt hold, straight out of normal autopilot systems. You got your vertical speed, VOR lock, your approach button, flight level change button, LNAV, VNAV. I mean, that translates up no matter what airplane you're using. But then when it comes to these things down here, who needs a direct to button? our way is much better. As a parent, by Kinneas here, spending all afternoon trying to figure out the problem. Yes, much more intuitive and thoughtful.
Oka Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5.
Ooh, I'm hearing thunder. We need some rain.
Request 16,000 feet. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Descend and maintain 16,000 feet. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Maintain present altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 260. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Oka Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Request 6,000 feet.
No, I want a 16 still.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Climb and maintain flight level 260. Expect 6,000 feet.
They want me to climb up and then go back down? I'm just going to keep descending. Okay, I'll just say, yeah, whatever, pal.
Climb and maintain flight level 260.
We have a disconnect here, air traffic control.
710.
We're having a disconnect. That's not the way to proper speak in air traffic control. We're having a disconnect. Let's just agree on that. I'm coming down to 16,000 feet. That's just the way it's going to be. And then you see the missiles coming up from the ground, telling you how it's really going to be. Today, everything feels like real life flying, and because problems are going left and right. Now I just got another pop-up from YouTube. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. On a fiber optic line.
5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
No.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 contact. Nikolaisk Center on 1 tree, 4.6. Good day.
Going to 134.6. Good day.
Going to 1 tree, 4.6. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710.
Oh, you don't need to know who I am. Good day. You need 1346. Nikolaevsk Center. Hey, it's me, Kinneas.
Nikolaevsk Center, Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710 is passing flight level 190, climbing flight level 260.
No, I'm not climbing 260.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710, Nikolaevsk Center, QNH 1015. Radar contact. Continue Kaizen.
No, I'm going down, you see. Ignore my dumb AI self. He's telling you the wrong thing. Ultimately, we need to be down to on the top of descent. That's going to be
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
No. Ultimately, we need to be down to 3,400 feet. So I'm going to disregard air traffic control. I'm bringing the thing down to 3,400 feet, and I'm going to do a skip cruise, the rest of the cruise. I have this, we started way late. Because when I got in here, Ben wanted to help me work out connecting voice chat in-game. So we spent time doing that and trying to establish a group and a multiplayer flight. And then Ben had to go. So then I finally got started. Then I had the autopilot problem with the FMC. So then I had to start over again to find out, to test it, see if it was the plane or me.
5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
Nope. Ain't happening. So I don't appreciate when you hit skip cruise, it puts you at the arrival pretty much right on final. So, and it doesn't bring you down and set you up all perfect for it. So right now I'm at, I don't know, 14,000 feet. So if I skip ahead right now, I'm going to be at 14,000 feet when I need to be at 3,400 feet when I teleport. I don't know why they decided to do that. They should back you up a little bit.
5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
And so it just sets you up for failure. I don't even know that half the time the autopilot engages properly when you do it. So I'm trying to lessen the chances that when I teleport here in a moment, that things go wrong. Then I need to make sure as soon as we respawn that the autopilots are on, that we're on the right course setting. I think it's 234. Sorry, it's 252.
710. Please expedite your climb flight level
252.
260.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Flight director on over here. ILS is frequency 101, and it is ILN.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
Now, I don't know if this is proper or not to have to come down here into your ILS. And change that. It may pull up the proper ILS when we get there, when it hits the information in the FMC.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
Arming the speed brake. 4,500 feet. I go under 250. 99.
Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
So now we're at 3,400 feet, which is where we need to be. 3,400 feet. We're setting up out of it.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
Letting the speed drop to 200. Says YouTube's buffering.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
Okay, are we 200 yet? 200. Okay. Skip to descent under 197. I'm gonna put in a bit of flaps. I'm gonna lower the landing gear.
We've left the landing gear down.
That
Since we missed that step.
T10 ILN. 10 ILN.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
Age. WW 017. WW 017. No.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
Now I'm trying to override on the next page. 7. Overwrite 37. Overwrite oatmeal. Overwrite Sutek. Go right to it. Lord Almighty. And now press hold to skip to descent. Hope we got it right. Speed Armed.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf
Flaps.
5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
10 degrees of flaps. Try 15 degree of flaps. Autopilot. Flight director, auto throttle. Here we go. Hit the space bar. Autopilots are on. LNAV is on.
5710. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS Zulu runway 07.
WO19.
WW011 transition. Clear to WW011.
100, 184. Settle down, plane.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS Zulu runway 07. Right approach via WW011 transition. Clear to WW011. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710.
Don't know where we're bouncing.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Contact Vladivostok approach on 124.7. Good day. Going to 124.7. Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710.
You are locked. You are locked. 1110. 10.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Vladivostok approach. QNH 1019er. Radar contact. Continue to WW0.
Took the flaps out.
Flap speed, Captain.
I need you to slow down. Slow the hell down. Under 60. The Orlock, where are you? Come on. About approach. Not listening. Oh no. Boeing, what is wrong with you? You make this so damn difficult. What is wrong with you?
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
No, we're supposed to be like 17. .63. Core settings are fine. You are locked. Damn you. Your lock is on. The indicator says that we are. I don't have a glide slope. No. Unless that's the bottom of a diamond.
Romeo Alpha Golf 5710.
No.
Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
Why don't you just shut up? Really? You're not going to do this properly? So I can't get the approach of the ILS. Alright, turn the damn autopilots off. Today is making me mad. Oh, I'm mad. Turn the auto throttle off. Turn it all off. Speed brake on. Flaps. Slow down.
Excessive flap speed, Captain.
You shut up too. I don't care. I've had enough today. Hear what you say.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
You too, buddy. Just stow it. I'm coming in for a landing whether you folks like it or not. I've got house duties to do. I have a meatloaf to make. You don't realize the stress I'm under. What's wrong with you people? Time to fool around. You and your stupid plane.
1,000.
With its stupid ways.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710. Please expedite your climb flight level 260.
In the immortal words of Phil Collins, I don't care anymore.
500. Sink rate 400. 300. 200. Sink rate 100. Approaching minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Kin Romeo Alpha Golf 5710, contact Vladivostok approach on 124.7. Good day.
Day to you too, madam. I want some lunch, dang you. Maybe that's just it. I'm just hangry, Skydude, today. I'm so sick of things just aren't working according to plan. But that's what we're testing for, Skydude. We're testing you under absurd conditions to see how you react. Ah. Is that what it is? Well, you can shove it too. I'm going out to lunch. I got a clean house. I got a vacuum. I have a meatloaf to make. You've been messing with me all day. I'm gonna drive across your field now. Curse on you. Curse on your cow. Passengers can stay on board for all I care. I'm not even going to order them some food. Where were you in all this? The sheer anguish on her face, knowing I believe that she has to give me reputation points. Doesn't want to do it. Mad too. We're all gonna walk. She's gonna walk away. I'm happy. She's not gonna walk away happy having to give me those bonus points. Reputation. What an afternoon, folks. What? God. Stream's current bitrate of 12,875 is lower than we recommend. We need... How did it lower to that? It says we're at 23,500. Your problem now. Check out the output. No, YouTube, we're still 50,000 bitrate. Could be the... I don't know. You know, it's just one of those days. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong, or, you know. Tonight, 8 o'clock p.m., I'm back to the Long Dark, a survival horrible game. Not a horror. It's just horrible. It's very hard to stay alive. It is for me. And then as we go into the wee hours of tonight, I'll be back with SimCity, and I made the most horrible mistake before passing out this morning. Didn't save and forgot to turn it off. And so I imploded a city while I was sleeping, and I don't know if I'll be able to recover it. And things were going so well, but I'm going to do my best. So thank you for tuning into the live stream today. As weird as it was, it still says we're buffering now. YouTube, I don't know. My goodness. But no matter what, hey, I still had a good time hanging out. It was great hooking up with NC Plane Spotting and getting to test the in-game audio communication, in-game voice to text options. And that all works perfectly, so I'm happy to report all that. So, just another day. Just another day. I'm just joking about everything. None of it matters. It's just all fun anyway. I had a good time today. I hope you did too. Hope you have a great evening. I hope to see you again for the other live streams. We're gonna need some coffee after dinner. You might need a small nap after dinner, and then we're coming back. No, we're ending now, not... I hear thunderclouds. I hear thunder above. That's great. We really need the moisture here. Come on. Bring us the rain. As the world falls down.